Good afternoon and welcome from Chicago from the Big Ten, the 42nd Big Ten Football Media Days. I'm IDS football columnist Robby Howard, joined alongside by
I am IDS football reporter Evan Hoopfer.
and
Andy Wittry, also a beat writer for the IDS.
And we just wrapped up day one here on Wednesday at the Big Ten Football Media Days. A lot of excitement swirling around this IU football team. Kevin Wilson, Greg Heben, Mitch Ewald, Kofi Hughes, all here to talk about the IU football team. They're very excited. Kevin Wilson kept talking about a lot of positive energy around this team right now. All signs indicate right now that they're expecting to have a good season. But before all of that gets started, Kevin Wilson is going to have to find a quarterback. That's a big debate going into the season is of the three quarterbacks who all have starting position, who have started in the past, who's going to start. Evan, you wrote a story about that for tomorrow's paper. Tell us a little bit about what Kevin Wilson had to say about the quarterback battle.
Absolutely. I'll go into more detail with my story tomorrow, but basically we don't know who's going to be the quarterback come August 29th when they play Indiana State. Last year, obviously, Trey Roberson started the first couple of games and then suffered a broken leg, and then Cam Kaufman had to take over. Then Nate Sudfeld, a true freshman at the time, saw some snaps as well. And basically, Kevin Wilson said he does not know who will be the quarterback for this upcoming season. He said each of them brings different things to the table. He said Sudfeld probably has the best arm. He's a 6'5" California native, be a true sophomore this year. Trey Roberson is the most mobile. He'll be a redshirt sophomore after getting the medical redshirt last year. And then Cam Kaufman, he's, as Kevin Wilson said, more the daredevil type, willing to take more risks on the field. And he saw the most time last year. He started 10 games, played in 11 total. So we'll see come a little bit more than a month's time who will be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, Wilson said he's unsettled right now, was his direct quote on the quarterback position. But he said he's very happy with all three of them. He said that, if he had decided on a quarterback, obviously that guy would be there today. But he hasn't decided yet, and, obviously a lot of time. He thinks that they all three give him, a good chance at winning. And Andy, what caught your eye from today's Big Ten Football Media Days?
Well, my article tomorrow, which will be in the paper, is about how Kevin Wilson likes to play so much youth. Last year, he played 32 freshmen, 16 true freshmen, 16 redshirts, which led the country. So he is not afraid to play freshmen, sophomores, really anyone. If you deserve it, you have the talent, you're going to play. That's pretty much how it goes. That's what Kofi Hughes echoed today on the one-on-one interviews. He said, Kevin Wilson isn't look at that. That's his biggest thing is if you're a freshman and you have the talent, you're going to play. And he said also the whole team chemistry, I know you talked about this also in your column, Robby, is that the seniors and juniors are helping out the sophomores and freshmen, which is also helping the overall team mentality. So Wilson is not afraid to play freshmen. They released the top two players for each position in the depth chart in this handy little book right here. And we have 5 freshmen. Well, Indiana has 5 freshmen listed, 4 redshirts, and then 1 true freshman, TJ Simmons, who was on campus for spring classes and practice. He graduated early. And so right now he's listed as second string middle linebacker, which we can certainly keep an eye out for him. And of course we have the 4 stars, so Shard Fance, Antonio Allen, Darius Latham,
David Kenny.
Those are the guys. And so they've certainly, Wilson stressed over and over today in the general press conference and the one-on-one interviews that those guys will add competition and depth throughout this year. So they don't guarantee playing time or starts when they recruit guys, but they say, you work your butt off, you're going to add competition, you're going to add depth. And so that's certainly something throughout this entire season to keep our eye on.
Throughout the years, we've seen, obviously, the IU offense has been very strong. A lot of that, Wilson has said, can be attributed to the fact that when you look at, the wide receiver position, per se, there's a lot of depth there. And Kofi Hughes talked at length today about how that depth really helps the team when looking at competing for starting positions. And, everyone sort of makes each other better because day in, day out, they're going against each other. That makes everyone on the team work harder. Kofi said that now the defense is starting to get that, and they think that that's going to be what's going to be the key to turning around the defense is the fact that now you've got guys challenging each other on the defensive side. Guys talked a lot to Mitch Ewald, sort of a surprise guest to see a kicker at Media Days. That's something that doesn't happen a lot. Evan, what can you tell us about talking to Mitch Ewald from today?
Well, it was a pleasure talking with Mitch, and one interesting little tidbit that Kevin Wilson said about Mitch Ewald was he thinks he's an NFL player at the kicker position. Mitch Ewald was named to the Lou Groza preseason award watch list for the third consecutive year. That's the award given annually to the best kicker. And look forward to, I plan on doing a little piece about Mitch Ewald in the near future to see if he really can be an NFL kicker. But Kevin Wilson is definitely very excited to have such a stable foundation at the kicker position with Mitch.
Mm-hmm. Andy, what can you tell us about the running backs going on there?
Well, Coach Wilson told us today that at any level, college, NFL, high school, it doesn't matter, that there's going to be multiple running backs playing just due to the nature of the position, with the pace, the physicality of nature. So Stephen Houston is a senior. He has been the starter, and he is currently on pace to be the starter. But true sophomore Tevin Coleman is giving a really good run at that starting job. Wilson said that Coleman had the best, or the better of the two players in terms of their training camp. He had the better hands. And then also junior D'Angelo Roberts from Bloomington North, who he will be the complementary back, the third string guy. So between that, that three-headed monster, that's what we're looking at for the backfield this year.
Mm-hmm. And like I said before, a lot of, as Kevin Wilson put it, positive energy from this IU football team to start this season. In my column for tomorrow's paper, I wrote about how this is the time for IU football to no longer be taken as a joke around campus. This is a team that they're coming in and they know that this is their time to win, that they have all the pieces put together, that now it's their time to step up and show that, yes, they are a Big Ten football team. Yes, they're capable of producing multiple wins. And from all indications from today, I think that's what we can expect. So from Chicago, Robby Howard, Evan Hoopfer, Andy Wittry, we'll be talking to you throughout the season. Practice starts August 2nd, and we'll see you then.